I had no idea this was going to be the path. I didn't know I was going to be 49 years old with Big Justice and the Rizzler by my side at Globe Life Field. But yeah, I always did know one day I wanted to be in an arena making people happy.
Big Boom AJ, welcome to WFAA.
Thanks so much for having me here, Paul.
Sure, thanks for coming by. We got a big AEW show tomorrow. You're in this multi-man tag. How you feeling about it?
I'm always ready. They say you never have to get ready if you're ready, so I am always ready and ready to bring the, you know it, Paul, boom!
Was it your foot that you injured?
Yeah, it was a broken foot. That was back in November, but I've been doing therapy. I'm fully healed. The foot's not going to be a problem at all.
Great, awesome. Did you ever think when you were on the Jersey Indies 25 years ago that you'd be wrestling in a baseball stadium one day?
You know, in my heart, I probably did. I didn't know this was the path. But I always did feel in my heart, you know, I would be wrestling in a big arena one day, making people happy. That's what it was always about. Making people happy, sending people home happy. So I had no idea this was going to be the path. I didn't know I was going to be 49 years old with Big Justice and the Rizzler by my side at Globe Life Field. But yeah, I always did know one day I wanted to be in an arena making people happy.
Yeah. Did you grow up as a kid like a wrestling fan?
Yeah, loved pro wrestling ever since I was probably about 8 years old. It was such a great era of wrestling. The 80s was such a great era of wrestling. And I grew up in northern New Jersey, so I had Madison Square Garden right there, the Meadowlands right there, the Philadelphia Spectrum right down the road. So I would say from a period of when I was about 8 years old until I was about 14, 15 years old playing high school sports, I was at an event almost every month.
Yeah, great. And then you get into work in the indies in the late 90s, early 2000s. What was the wrestling scene like that? Back then?
It was fun. It was a great time to be a wrestler. I mean, there was a lot of personality. Of course, ECW was coming up right at that time, so there was a little bit of the hardcore feel going on, and it was just a really great time. I mean, there were shows everywhere. I wrestled 3 times a weekend for probably about a 5-year period. So anywhere you looked, you could find a show, and the crowds were exciting, and that's what it's always been about, Paul. It's always been about the connection with the audience. I mean, that's what is so awesome about pro wrestling is, unlike any other sport, pro wrestling fans, the pro wrestling audience really feel like they're part of the show. And that's the part that I just always loved. I always got to the arena early, met everyone, put on a great show. So, I mean, that's what it was always all about for me.
Sure, and now you've moved into this big social media type career.
Yeah.
Has your background in wrestling? Do you think that had a strong influence on your social media?
Yeah,
Tell
absolutely.
me about that. Like, how did that help you?
Because when you're a pro wrestler, you start to learn what the audience is looking to you for, what you bring to the show, and it's the same thing with social media. Same exact. I treat social media just like you and me having this conversation right here. It's personal with us and the audience. So yeah, when you learn what to bring in the pro wrestling world, you know, you learn to bring that also to your audience on social media. And we see comments all the time that we can't wait for your videos because they make us so happy. So we know that it's up to us to bring happiness and positivity to the world.
What do you think people should expect from this big All In show at Globe Life Field tomorrow?
I think that everyone should expect to really feel like you're part of the show. If you're coming to the arena, you're going to really feel like you're part of this show. You're going to go home saying what a great weekend that was. You're going to go home excited. You're going to go home exhausted. If you're watching at home on pay-per-view, you're going to see the ring entrances. You're going to see what spectacular wrestlers we have here at AEW. Will and Swerve are going to be teamed up, 2 of the best in the world. Of course, we got Kenny. We got Hangman going for the AEW Championship. We got Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné. We got our match opening up the show. So, I mean, there's just something for everyone on this show. So I think there's going to be something for everyone. There's going to be excitement. You're going to go home exhausted. You're going to feel like you were really part of AEW this weekend.
And do you have expectations you'll have more matches with AEW going forward?
Yeah, we will. We absolutely will have more matches with AEW. We are still under contract with AEW, so we got a few more matches. You can count on Big Boom AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler.
Any chance we might see Big Justice or Rizzler get in the ring too at some point?
You never know. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. What else? Is there anyone specific or anything specific you're hoping to do in AEW in the future?
I want to continue doing what we are doing, which is making the fans happy, giving them a great experience. I think, there are a few guys on the AEW roster that I have at the top of my list I'd love to step into the ring with. Maybe a few guys I'd love to team up with, but at the end of the day, it's all about what the audience wants. It's all about bringing the boom, bringing happiness, bringing cheer to the audience. So as long as we're doing that, we're doing our job.
And I got to ask, have you been to the Dallas Costco yet?
We were in Lewistown. But
Louisville?
Yeah, Louisville. Forgive me. Yeah. So we were at Louisville the other day. We met the general manager, Amy. They treated us like family. Great Costco. Very, very well organized. Loved it there. And we were at the Dallas Costco probably last March. We did a video there with Preston, so that's up on our channel.
Great. Awesome. Well, I think that's all I have for you. So thanks so much for your time, AJ.
You got it. Thanks so much. Bring the boom.